Welcome to TechNOW. I'm your host, John Reid, CEO of CATA Alliance, and we're joined by Laurent Lapierre, Telfer Research Fellow, who is heading up a major study we're doing with Springboard and the Telfer School on gender gap, where women-led businesses are growing at a different pace than male-led businesses. We're going to try to find out why. So Laurent, can I have you sort of state the essence of the research work that you're undertaking?
I would love to, John. Thanks for the opportunity. Well, the reason that we're doing this research is because, as you just said yourself, there seems to be a gender gap, a difference between men and women in the extent to which their respective businesses grow. And we decided to try to figure out why might that be the case. We're not looking at every possible factor, but we're considering some factors that seem to be some pretty promising ones. So the first question we have is, what is driving women's actual desire or intent to grow their business? So that is really one of the main things that we're trying to explain, and factors that we're considering to see whether they play a role in that is what's going on in their family lives, in their personal lives. And by family, we're being very broad. We're talking, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to have kids. It could just mean that they are involved in a relationship with somebody, they're cohabitating. It could mean that they're taking care of an elderly parent. It's quite broad, but most of us have family demands. And what we know is that for female entrepreneurs, the family aspect seems to be given a significant amount of importance. And what we're going to be looking at in this research is how what they experience in the family domain, in their family lives, can both sometimes hold them back in their intent to grow their business, but at other times actually fuel their desire to grow their business. So we're trying to really tease away these different factors so that we can offer female entrepreneurs some concrete how-tos, what they can do to augment their chances of achieving really what they want to achieve. If they want to achieve higher growth, well, perhaps there's some things that they can do themselves or that they can try to have occur in their family to make that happen as easily as possible.
Well, Laurent, at CATA, we love actionable items because we actually want to measure more positive outcomes. And that's why this research is so fundamental. Now, I know our call to action is to complete the survey tool. Perhaps you can conclude and give us some insight into that survey tool and why it's important for women-led CEOs, co-owners to fill out that survey.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we developed the survey tool in partnership with people such as yourself. And essentially, it is getting at exactly what I was talking about a few moments ago. It's going to be thanks to this survey tool that we're going to be able to scientifically conclude to what extent family experiences, different types of family experiences, can sometimes be a drain, but other times be sources of resources to motivate women to grow their business. And so it really going to be is the tool to give your membership, people who will be reading about this research, these practical insights. Without the survey tool, we can't do that.
So in essence, we're asking women entrepreneurs, business leaders to spend 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes at most, to provide the guidance that's just the insight that leads to actionable items that will allow these businesses to grow at a pace which they desire.
That's exactly right. And that actually, thank you for underscoring the kinds of people we need to complete this survey. We're exclusively looking at women who are owning or co-owning a business that they are running. We're looking at those kinds of individuals. Those are the kinds of people we want to provide practical insights to.
Well, Laurent Lapierre, Telfer Research Fellow, we appreciate you joining us for TechNOW. We also want to recognize our partner Springboard in the US, a very powerful women business network there, and our other partners that are helping us advance this research across Canada. Thanks again, Laurent.
My pleasure, John.